Bruno, this Man United team has been widely criticised and, to be honest, completely written off before today. How about that for a response?
No, obviously criticised unfairly because the position in the table says that oh, we lost too many points. Even today, you know, like we can't be happy with the draw because we need points more than they need, to be honest. And obviously, I think it's a really good result. We could have even won the game at the end. Well, I think it's a fair result. I think both teams played a really good football, intense. Some good chances from both sides, but we can't be satisfied, to be honest. And I'm pretty upset because if we show this today here at Anfield against Liverpool, that is first in the league, that is being probably the outstanding team in the Premier League this season, why we can't do this every week? And it frustrates me for first because I think finally I did a proper performance overall, and I think we need to be aware, and we said it before the game, we need much more from ourselves to get something from this season. We need to put some pride out because it ain't enough for us.
So do you have an answer to your own question? Where has that been?
No, it's been here, but it's not coming through. Today it came, but we now need to look forward. We did 1 point. Obviously, being 2-1, then scoring, it's always good to get a point, but we need more. We need more, and now we have a FA Cup game against Arsenal. That's going to be really, really tough again. But we want to be in that final again, so we need to get this standard in every game. Like, I wasn't worried about everyone putting an effort today because it's Liverpool, you know, like everyone's going to try to do their best. I will probably be a really tough one again. Yeah,
and you said a proper performance from yourself. Have you been getting frustrated with your own levels then?
Oh, I think when you get into games where you feel that you can, I think you always can do more. You know, like I come out of the games and it's not like today's also one of them where in the first half probably in 3-4 moments where I'm driving the ball forward, I need probably to hold up a little bit more the ball instead of trying to go for 1-2, because we know how tough it is to play against Liverpool when they win the ball and they do a big transition, because they have really fast players and really good players on the ball in the midfield to drive the ball through. With Curtis and I think Gravenberg, they probably one of the best in the league. Szoboszlai that didn't play today, and then McAllister with the more the ball, get in there and then time up the spaces for everyone to get up, and then we can play from there.
Do you think you really benefited from the training week you've had? The manager talked about you not really having the time since he's been in charge, and you've had a bit of a block this week, and it felt like we could really see that on the pitch.
Oh, obviously it helps, but I think it's not about that. Today was about putting a real effort onto the game, you know, playing with some passion, because this game is your art that's gonna give you something from this game. Is obviously, you know, you have the tactics, you have the way you want to play, you have the positions where you have to be and everything. But at the end of the day, you need to put your effort in, and that's why we get something from this game today.
But lastly, it can only be the start. This has got to be continued now.
Yeah, of course, you can't stop here. That's what I was saying. And this is our level. This has to be our level. And if we can do it at Anfield today, we have to do it every week.
Well played. You are the player of the match.
Thank you very
much.
Well done, Bruno. Thank you.
Well, did anybody expect that level of performance from Manchester United? I'm not sure. Put that performance in context, Roy.
Well, obviously a surprise to me. I said before the game, I just looked at the whole team. I looked at their performances recently, the lack of goals.
You gave them no chance?
Yeah, I did.
So what was different?
What Bruno just said there, they turned up. He said they showed a bit of passion. But obviously the argument to all of this stuff, and I don't want to take away from United today, is to do that in the other games. They've done it at City recently. You can't just pick and choose when you want to turn up for a game at Man United and have passion today, and it's typical questions asking the player after a match going, well, how come you can't do it week in, week out? He's just a player himself. But when you're a senior player, the key is to turn up for every game with that passion and that quality. And they showed the quality today. And I don't think anyone would have predicted Man United probably certainly scoring 2 goals today and nearly won it at the end. Liverpool had their chances, of course they did. And I'll take my hat off to United today. They showed a bit of passion, lots of quality, a bit of fight, and they kind of showed what playing for Man United is all about. But the key is, obviously, they've got to back it up. They've got to back it up. And the next week, obviously, the Arsenal in the Cup next, they've got to turn up with the same attitude, the same level of performance, the same fighting spirit, and then you've got a chance of winning matches.
Do you think they surprised Liverpool with their level today?
Yes, but when I listened to Arne Slot's interview before the game, he said they've got the players and they've got the talent in the squad, but the performances haven't, garnered the results. And today, I think they've shown their true colours, maybe in terms of the manager's system and how they played it, and they showed a lot of fight, they showed a lot of composure on the ball, and that's been lacking in recent weeks, of course. So I think they performed to a level where the manager can be proud, the players can be proud of themselves, to say, look, like Bruno said in his interview, this is what we can be. But in turn, you have to do that every single week. You can't pick and choose against the bigger teams. You say, okay, all eyes are on us today, lads. We're going to perform and give our best games. But when you're playing against the lesser teams, when you're expected to get the results and you're expected to create things, and they don't respect you, or you don't respect them as much, that's when you've got to put those teams away.
And United should come out with, I hope the message coming out from United over the next few days is also that, listen, we actually still have that belief. I know the manager spoke before the game about they're anxious and they're nervous, but the players have to come up with a message. We still believe we can turn in them type of performances. We have seen them before. The problem is they don't do it week in, week out. Far from it. They're very inconsistent. You should look at the league table and the goals against. It's so bad. It's unbelievable.